Hello everyone and welcome back to In Christ Alone. Today we'll be continuing our article series with another story, and this time it's from a website called ChristianPerspective.net. The article is called Nothing Can Separate, and it shows how a father's love and compassion for their child, even when the child does something wrong, cannot separate them and end their relationship with each other. This is just like the way our relationship with God works, with His grace and mercy. With that little insight, we will begin the article. Nothing Can Separate, Articles Episode 3. From her bedroom window, Rebecca eyed the children playing in the snow enviously. How she longed to play with them. Now Rebecca, she remembered her father telling her that morning, "You can't play in the snow today." "Why not, father?" Rebecca had asked. Every day the neighbourhood children gathered at a park just behind Rebecca's house. "Just trust me, Rebecca, it's not what's best for you today," her father had replied. It is beautiful outside, she thought to herself. It was true. The sun was shining brilliantly. Why wouldn't her father let her go play? Why should she have to miss out on all the fun? When the snowball exploded just outside her window, Rebecca decided she couldn't stand it any longer. She simply had to go join the others. Leaving her book on the table, Rebecca slipped outside. She tried to tell herself she was having a good time, but all the while her heart felt uncomfortable. She kept looking this way and that, fearful lest her father see her. After a few hours, Rebecca finally said her goodbyes and headed back towards the house. She wanted to be safely lodged in her room before her father came home. Intent on getting to her room as quickly as possible, Rebecca didn't see the mitten someone had left on the stairs until her foot slipped on it. Next thing she knew, she had fallen several stairs. To her horror, she noticed that she had hit her father's favourite picture when she fell. A huge gash ran along the front of the picture. Normally Rebecca would have hurried immediately to her father after such a fall, so he could doctor her up and make her feel better, but not this time. How could she face her father right now? She had disobeyed him and ruined his favourite picture. Biting her lips to keep from crying out, Rebecca grabbed the ruined picture and hobbled to her room. For the remainder of the day she lay in agony. Her body ached from the bruises she had received on her fall. But her heart? That ached worse of all. She felt certain that her father would no longer love her. She had messed up in the past, but surely this time she had gone too far. He would probably never want to speak to her again. How could he still love her? She sobbed uncontrollably on her pillow. She had always been close to her father. They had played and studied together. They had laughed and cried together. But not now. No, she felt certain that all those wonderful times were over. Who knows how long she would have lain? Thus had not her nanny come in to check on her. Rebecca's nanny had a way about her of finding out exactly what was wrong and offering solid, wise counsel. Tonight was no exception. "Rebecca dear," she said firmly but gently, "you've been very wrong, but you must not continue in your wrongness by sitting here. You must go to your father with the broken pitcher in your hand and tell him everything." "Oh, but I can't. I'm not worthy of his love," Rebecca sobbed. Her nanny sighed patiently. "You were no more worthy of it yesterday than today, child. Your father loves you because you're his daughter, not because of anything you do or don't do. Hasn't he told you every day since you were a little girl, 'I love you'? Do you doubt His word? Do you really think His love is dependent on you? Doubt His word? That was an angle Rebecca had never thought of before. Maybe she should go see her father. Yes, she must go see him, for if she didn't, she'd never be able to rest. So still shaking and trembling with fear, Rebecca limped down the hall to the living room. She paused at the doorway. Her father was sitting in his favourite chair, just like he did every night. He looked up when she entered, and a smile radiating with love illuminated his face. "Ah, you've come at last. I've been waiting. Come, sit here on my lap." As he spoke, he opened his arms widely. Rebecca couldn't stand it. "Oh, you don't understand, Father. You can't love me anymore. I've been terribly wicked, and..." Rebecca held up the picture frame for her father to see. "I know, Rebecca, more than you think. I watched you go outside. I watched you fall and hit the picture frame. I saw it all." "You did?" Rebecca was flabbergasted. But weren't you at work?" Her father shook his head. "I took the day off to spend some special time with you. That's why I told you not to go outside to play. Ever since I saw you fall, I've been longing for you to come to me, so I could bandage your wounds and help you. Won't you come now?" Rebecca could hardly believe her ears. Her father had planned to spend the afternoon with her, and she had missed it. Oh, what foolishness! Yet her father knew it all, and loved her anyway. Could it be? But Father, how can you love me now? Rebecca's father smiled a smile she would never forget. "Rebecca dear, I loved you before you were born. You're my daughter, and I will always love you. Although sometimes your actions will result in consequences you could have avoided, nothing can ever separate you from my love. Now won't you come and let me help you with those bruises?" That was the article "Nothing Can Separate." As we mentioned in our introduction, God's love for us works in the same way as Rebecca's father had shown to her. When we slip up, God doesn't give up on us altogether. When we realise and apologise for our mistake, then He is gracious enough to forgive us of our wrongdoing. The main part is that we realise that we are at fault and are humble enough to ask for forgiveness. Once we do, and start our relationship with God, Romans chapter 8 verses 35 to 37 says, "Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall trouble or hardship, or persecution or famine, or nakedness, or danger or sword? As it is written, for your sake we face death all day long. We are considered as sheep to be slaughtered. No, in all these things we are more than conquerors, through Him who loved us." Nothing will be able to separate you from God, and you can rely on Him every step of the way, as long as you put your faith in Him. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time, here at In Christ Alone.